Pamela.
I'm Kate.
And I'm Ebong.
And today we're dishing with you from the Blue Duck Tavern, which is located in the Park Hyatt, Washington, right at 24th and M Streets in Washington.
And today our guest is Adrian Loving, who is video DJ, video artist, co-owner of Dissident Display.
Yes.
So welcome, sir.
Thank you, thank you.
Art man.
Good, a big man about art.
Cool.
So what is video art?
Video art is when people create art from photography, video, and graphics, and their agenda is to create an art piece.
Okay.
The difference between that and VJing, there's always a little bit of confusion, because VJs are like DJs, but they take videos and they mix them together like DJs would to make just a video mix, one video to the next, a transition. Okay. But video artists are, let's say like a Bill Viola or Namjoon Park or Ogechi, Cheki, different types of people who have had experience in like taking the fabric and the medium of video and turning it into something completely unique and different.
So is this like a new concept? How long has video art been around?
No, video art's been around for a long time. Since
We're just not that cool.
Probably since like the 60s, people started experimenting with video art. I saw a documentary about Andy Warhol's factory, and he used to have this thing called Andy Warhol Upsite, where he started working with the Velvet Underground, and that was one of the first instances of like projected video, a band playing, and a live sort of dance environment. So in a popular culture sense, I would say Warhol's Uptight and like the New York factory was in early time.
That's really cool.
So where can we find video DJing or video art around the city? Are there certain bars, certain clubs, certain restaurants that do this, or is it kind of like you can find it here on a cool night spot, just one off?
Okay, well, I think there's levels of cool. Like, you can be really in the know, or you can be sort of like, you could hear about it.
Well, we want to be really in the know.
If you want to be like,
in the know.
Well, it's my job to be in the know.
That's right.
I also know other video artists. This one guy, John Bowen, he does this party called Video. Well, his group's called Video Killers. But he does something at Sticky Rice like one Saturday a month, and he does VJing, but he does have a lot of kind of freaky concepts with his work and like a lot of effects. So it takes regular videos, but it twists them around a little bit. But you could go to, in an entertainment sense, you could go to Hirshhorn After Hours. Dissident Display, we're actually doing a party with the Phillips collection in August called Phillips After 5, but it's a video art presentation of different artists that are presenting work. So that's coming up in August. That's going to be cool.
Super cool.
So you mentioned Dissident Display.
Yes.
We did in the introduction. What is Dissident Display and why is it dissident?
Okay, that's a very good question. I'm glad you asked. Let me tell you. Dissident means to go against the grain, to present something in a different way. So the presentation of that is what we seek to do. We're very media focused, we're new technology focused, we're about web, video, design, but also infusing personality and social activity into our process and methodology. So we've been working together for about 3 years as a gallery and 5 years as a multimedia company.
I took from your website, I had to write this down because I couldn't remember it all, that you have, you call yourselves, quote unquote, you use a philosophy of postmodernist deconstruction, recontextualization, and presentation of the arts and culture elements. That's a mouthful. So that's basically
you just took every shun you could find in the source, right?
Well, I mean, to make it really simple, it's really about looking at how you would take, say, fashion, art, music, language, people, and you kind of mix them together. I mean, Washington is a city right now. I mean, the fact that we're all sitting here together is an example of that sort of deconstruction and recontextualization. I mean, you guys have different backgrounds, but together we're still presenting something different. So we just try to do that with our art and the projects that we do.
And by doing it that way, you end up being a dissident.
You do, yeah. It's not prescribed. It's not formatted. It's very spontaneous at times. It's very improvised.
That is so cool. But you got something coming up, so a PSA. Were you?
Yes. Well, I'm also a DJ outside of being an artist, and I spin at a lot of.
That's an art.
It is. It is.
True.
People don't realize that.
It's hard work.
people. So I spin at a lot of clubs and lounges, and I decided to come up with this PSA campaign based on conversations that I had with different DJs about like our gripes and fussing about like, just our social, our professional issues.
Creative types don't gripe.
Oh man, I mean we don't get the same like respect as like other people do, like artists. Like I don't come to you and tell you how to like do what you do at your job like faster or more efficient. So like don't come up to me and ask me to like, don't demand requests or demand stuff from me.
I've never done that.
Yeah.
I do that a lot, and now that,
There are
now that I
certain
know,
songs that we
I'm not
really would
supposed
like
to
to
do
hear,
that.
though.
Okay.
I didn't
Well,
know.
I think there's a way to do it. So this PSA campaign, it's going to take the form of billboards, street art, viral videos, maybe short documentaries, postcards, photos. It's going to attack different segments, different kind of populations. It's going to be rural, street level, very grassroots. And it's designed for people who come up and engage DJs to give them information to maybe think a little bit differently before they just impose their will on you,
So leave the DJs alone.
Well, I'm not saying leave us alone, but just like don't demand, like be nice about it. You might get what you want, just be nice about
Play
it.
some Jay-Z now.
Well, since you are a DJ and an artist, and you do know what's hot right now in the city. We know we were not in on the video DJ trend.
Okay.
But what's next? Can you just pull out of your hat something that you think could maybe happen in the future that'll be the trend of the
Here
future?
in the city, here in DC.
Like a DC music trend or even art trend or?
Well, trying to get a whole sort of video art collaborative, it would take a lot more artists. I mean, there's more accessibility to technology right now. So I think there's a few artists, there's maybe like 4 or 5 artists that are doing this, but I would just say kind of keep your ears open about like more fusions of the happenings outside of say museums and galleries, maybe at embassies or at certain events, high level events, or I mean it's happening. I can't really pinpoint in the direction that it's going to go. It's organic, it could go in any way. But I know that we try to, in not a cliche way, keep incorporating video and music together,
Well, we'll be watching. We're so excited about what you're doing.
Well, come to the Phillips in August. You'll get the information online. It's called Phillips After 5 in our video art party.
Well, we're looking forward to it. And we thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
And as always, we thank you for being with us and for watching this episode of The District Dish.